How's it going, everyone? It's me, Boral the Barrel, here back with another Blox Fruits video. And in today's video, I will be showing you guys the reworked barrier fruit. Well, now it's known as the creation fruit. Basically, I'll just be going over and showcasing the fruit, all of its abilities, and kind of giving my thoughts on it later on. So, if you do enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe, as it does boost this video in the algorithm. And with that said, let's get straight into it. Alright, so first off, I'll go over the M1, because the M1 is actually kind of useful. Well, I'm kind of lying about that. It's only really useful against NPCs because their AI is so stupid that they don't really understand how to get around the barrier. So here's what the barrier looks like. It's like a bunch of playing cards, and it's basically impossible to actually get past this thing. Though it does do knockback, which means that you're gonna have to wait for all the enemies to get a bunch up and keep going towards you, which isn't exactly the fastest method to kill enemies, but that's the M1. It does go in all directions, including like up and down. There you go, I just killed all those enemies. Oh, there's still one left. So now that we are done with the M1, let me just go over all of the abilities. First off, batter up. If you hold it, you get into like this cannon, and you can aim up and down as well. And this kind of just is the movement ability. It propels forward. Damage is pretty, well, it's kind of average for a Z ability, so that's what that looks like. I can't imagine much combo potential with this. However, with the later on abilities, I definitely see more combo potential. But now, let me just get into the X ability called the Sleight of Hand, and this is what that looks like. So you can kind of hold it and either do that, it kind of knocks the enemy into the air, or something else that you can do is grab it and then instead look down, and that kind of just smashes the enemy against the floor, which again, pretty decent combo potential with that thing, but not very good for grinding, obviously, because so far the two abilities that we have gone over are both single target attacks, so not exactly very good for anything except for PvP, or unless you're like doing a boss. Maybe then it's useful, but other than that, I can't really imagine that's very good for anything. Next ability is called Sword Box, and this is what that looks like. The enemy gets put in the box and does some damage. Pretty decent damage, honestly, but I can't say it's anything significant. This is one of those combo-ish abilities, which, I mean, I can definitely see something, but it's definitely not as good as Sleight of Hand. Next is the Magic City, which is the kind of final ability. We still have Fortify, but that's not like a damageable ability. But this is Magic City. So it's just like a bunch of buildings. And if you aren't an enemy, or if you're battling someone, you can actually just touch the sides of the buildings. Okay, well, that didn't really give me a chance to showcase it, but basically, if you are the user, then you get to just kind of teleport around the sides of the buildings, which actually, this is probably one of the most useful abilities, because it actually gives you a chance to like run away from a fight. So if you're not very skilled at fighting, definitely something that you can use, or if maybe you're just like really low, because this is more of a PvP fruit than anything. But also, the sides do damage enemies as well, so if they just touch that side, you can see it just damages them, which is pretty useful, because that means that the enemy or your attacker is just not able to follow you around when you teleport. The last ability is called Fortify, and there's two ways of using it. First way is to just hold it and just walk forward, and depending on how you look, or where your camera is rather, you can either build ramps, or you can kind of like build floors on yourself. Kind of Fortnite basically, but really what really makes it look like Fortnite is if you hold down the F key, do this little animation, you get a hat, and now you can just build. I'm pretty sure the building limit is higher if you're in a private server, because I've tried it out in this private server and I could build for much longer than a public server, or at least that's what it felt like. But here are the different things you can create. You can like create walls, basically just walls. You can create floors, which only work up for some reason. I don't know why they only just work up, but yeah, you can just like gotta build floors. You can build ramps, so that's pretty cool. You can also erase, so by clicking, it's pretty useful. And here's the build meter, by the way. It does fill up with the more that you place, the more it fills up. Oh, and yes, you see that text message there. You can't build like right next to a player or an enemy. Now you can also edit walls, and I don't remember if you can. Whoops, that is not what I meant to do. Okay. Basically, you can also edit stuff just by pressing the same key. So the wall, you can kind of make a doorway or window, I guess. Then you can also make like a half wall, or you can make something like that. This is all just kind of for show. It's not necessarily going to be useful for anything unless you're just trying to have fun, which I do think is the whole point of this fruit, just to have fun. Not super PvPable, not super like good for grinding. Obviously there's some potential here and there, but overall I do think that this is just made like to have fun with. You can also do this with floors, I believe. Yeah, you can just like make half floors, but that's like pretty much all you can do. With ramps, can you do anything more? You can just make half ramps, I guess. Oh, and you can also make cones or pyramids, yes. So that's pretty cool. But other than that, there's not much else with this building ability. But again, it is very fun to use. It's more, again, just kind of like a fun fruit to use. To say that you should or shouldn't buy the permanent version, I wouldn't say that you should, but if you do want to have fun with the fruit and you maybe already have all the essential permanents unlocked, like Buddha, Dough, Portal, stuff like that, maybe other permanents, I would definitely suggest that you do get it, because it is pretty interesting to use. It's just kind of fun, not good for really anything except for that, just having fun with it. But of course, like any other fruit, it does do damage. It is PvPable, it is grindable. One last thing as well that I should mention is that this fruit does, or will rather, have its own upgrades at some point. So we already went over the eagle. I will make a video about gravity, and creation, as you can see, it says coming soon. So that's pretty much all that this fruit has, at least for now, and I will make sure to make a video about its upgrades when they do come out. Honestly, I really hope that they come out pretty soon, because I'm genuinely really interested in seeing what these upgrades could be. But yeah, with all that said, I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, as well as follow me on Roblox. I do want to get a couple extra followers on there, so I'll link all of that in the description. And yeah, with that said, this is World of Barrel, and I'll see you in the next video.